Okay. All right, so that's good. Yo, what's up? Finally, dude. Waiting for this. Oh, yeah. Is that the case? Okay. All right. Well, that's good. We'll get started in just a few minutes. There's quite a bit of information. It isn't just this IGN video. There's a lot of other details that, aside from just this video, that I want to cover. So we'll talk about it. Hopefully, my stream doesn't crash like it did yesterday, but I don't think it should, given that I'm not playing a goddamn video game at all. Like that shouldn't. Like I was troubleshooting it a lot yesterday, trying to figure out like what's going on, and I can play my games fine. I can stream. I'm testing to see if just me streaming is okay, but I can't stream my games on my PC anymore for unknown reasons. So I'm still troubleshooting that. So just yeah. Hopefully I can figure it out soon, you know? That would be great. Now, fortunately, Nioh 2 streams and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge streams are not really that big of a deal for me to fuck it up. But I'll definitely want things, of course, polished by the time Nioh 3 does come out. And at least me having it on a PS5 and then getting all my visual data from a PS5 should make it at least a little easier on my PC. But okay, yeah, I'm gonna wait like 2-3 minutes and then we'll start. Give some people some time. Because let me be clear, this isn't I'm not just watching, as you can see on my screen here, like a 7 minute and 6 second and then just like extend that for like 3 hours. That's not what today's gonna be about. There's a little more. And we can talk about it, chat about it however we're used to. But yeah, so of course we'll just gonna wait. But yeah, Tokyo Game Show is coming up. I think like the first Nioh 3 stuff is coming out what, in about 12 to 15 hours? Too early for me, I'll just put it that way. So definitely talk more about it tomorrow and we'll see what there's to discover and whatnot. So it should be kind of a big deal. Hopefully new demo releases both on PS5 and PC. I would love that. Oh my god. Not like for me, I'm gonna play on PS5, especially with my laptop going to shit. But for all sorts of other reasons, yeah, a PC demo would be great. For those of you who are on PCs for data miners, yo, yeah, like just mine all the data on PC and report to us the findings. Find the hidden things. Or like find a way to create some bootleg copy so we can play that some limited time demo over and over again. I don't know. If no demo on PC, does that mean there will be a PC performance issue? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the case. They could be ironing some kinks out. It's possible. But yeah, when it comes to demos and when it comes to PC things in Team Ninja, I don't have the most faith in them yet. Rise of the Ronin and Wolong and Stranger of Paradise have they haven't been the best releases. And it's a big unfortunate thing. But yeah, well, we'll just have to see. But all right, 5 minutes is up. let's just start watching this. Let me know if the volume and whatnot is regulated well. And yeah, let's I guess let's go.
Open field.
Oh wait, what? Wait. What's going on? What did I do? What did I break? Can you guys still see and hear me? Is everything okay? What the hell? God. Okay, we can hear me, but the video is stuck. What the shit? Okay, you guys can see me, but the IGN thing is being dumb, right? Is that correct? Because I'm watching my OBS feed. It looks like my camera is working, but IGN... let's blame IGN, okay? Alright, let me solve this. This shit. Okay. It's IGN's fault. Blame IGN, it's not me. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Everything's fine.
オープンフィールドを作ろうとして作るとやっぱシリーズの密度みたいなものがなくなってしまってで、当然並行して制作してたライド・ロニンの経験は大きいですけどやっぱ当然そのあちらは幕末を描くっていうところが目的だったけどニオシリーズはやっぱりこう何ですかね敵だらけの世界をこう乗り越えていくっていうところがあって非常にこうインテンシティが高いゲームだと思うのでなのでそれを密度を実現しつつ自由度の高いオープンさみたいなところは結構試行錯誤をしてレベルデザイナーも本当に苦戦してた部分でしたね。はい、一度だからもうニオの作り方でボトムアップで広げたこともあったんですけどそうするとちょっとなんか息苦しくなっちゃってそうなんですよなんかずっとこれなのみたいな感じになっちゃったのでステージのこう開けるところとこうボトルネックというか難所があったりとかっていうのもこう見た目的にもそうです。
Yeah, there's a lot of subtitles and a lot of Japanese stuff, but so far, and I'll just try to summarize what I've got. The thing so far is they're very much aware that one of the big aspects of Nioh is, I mean, of course they're aware, but it's nice for us to see that they are very much aware of the fact that Nioh can be a very dense game, and that with a lot of open world games, one of the issues that I think many people have highlighted is simply that their games are way too open, and there's just like a lot of dead space, a lot of dead time. You're just like traveling from place to place. And that kind of contradicts a lot of the big aspects that we can enjoy with Nioh, which is it can be intense. Nioh is very much a high intensity game. I would agree. I mean, I have no choice but to agree, but for me, the experience for Nioh has been, it's like pretty fucking intense. Lots of enemies, lots of crazy battles. Like that's a big hallmark for it. There isn't really that much dead time. And so one of the concerns I think many players have is just like, is this just going to be open world slop? And at the very least, it's nice to see that and hear from the producers that like they had this in mind, that like they're trying to find a balance for them to push forth the open field without it feeling like, oh, they're sacrificing on core components of of the Nioh identity, which is that intensity, that density. Hey, what's up, Urameshi? I hope that video was helpful. So yeah, for those of you who are concerned about the open field that they are putting into this game, at the very least, hopefully seeing that the producers already have been thinking about that and are very aware of that and like trying to balance that. Hopefully that can at least alleviate some concerns you might have about like them not even paying attention to it and them keeping their own identity. So agreed, you had fun doing the side stuff in Ronin, but I did feel many a time I wish I got into the battles more. Right. And it's for me when I was playing Nioh 3's alpha demo, I could get immersed like a reasonable amount. And I think like just going from shrine to shrine was actually really helpful. Hopefully you can play co-op in the open world. Oh, you're going to love this. You don't even have to hope. It's already confirmed. In the alpha demo, you could do that. You could explore the open world with your friends. In Ronin, you weren't able to, but in Nioh 3, you can. Is this a new gameplay trailer with the bro that doesn't know what the fuck a key pulse is? This is an interview, so it's not the same IGN stuff. This is like directly like these are the producers. Yes, you can co-op the open world. You can do the specific like Crucible missions, and you can just do like broad exploration. So that should be a lot of fun. So I'm going to continue the video and we'll go from there. And what I'll do, for those of you who don't want to read the subtitles, is I'll just try to break it down and kind of analyze it as I'm going through with it.
プレイの敵配置も含めた粗密っていうこともそうですし、だからすごくペーシングだったり背景の構造だったりっていうのは特に体験版で遊んでいただいたステージとかに関しては時間がかかった部分だったと思いますね。はい。
いけそうじゃないっていうところはもう端からなくすようにしてます。こう見てこれ絶対ここはダメだなっていうところは分かるようにはしようとしていて、崖もそのリアルにやろうとするとちょっと突起があったりとか途中で岩があったりして、そうするとそこにやっぱ乗れそうな気になってしまうので、それはちょっとやめようというところでそれはもう極力なくすように。
Well, that's kind of interesting. So it seems like some of their decision making about like their environments not looking as hyper realistic is intentional, because as they're suggesting right here, a real cliff, for example, would have protrusions like jagged edges and rocks. But then naturally, if I were to see that as a player, I'd be like, oh, I can climb it now with the jump button. And then if I can't climb it, it's like, well, this kind of sucks. Or this feels weird, or I expected it to be climbable, but it's not. So it's nice to see that they are at least considering like making sure the game is obviously playable and enjoyable, rather than just, oh, we need to blanket make everything look realistic, like as real as possible. There seems to be an intentionality behind it. So I really like knowing that, because this is a type of detail I would not, like, I wouldn't think of it. I wouldn't be like, oh, players are going to look at cliffs and try to climb and scale it. And I'm like, you know, that's a behavior I've done in past games where I'm like, oh, I think I can climb it, let me try. But this is a little different. So it's kind of nice.
してますね。あとまた先ほどおっしゃったようにその選択肢がいくつかあるようにも分かるようにっていうところでなんでしょうね、地獄ももちろんそうですけど、小地獄っていうのもそのまがまがしいオーロラが立ち上ってたりしますし、敵が遠くから見ても徘徊してるのが分かるとか、そのあたりの選択肢はこう目に取れるようにしていて、でその中でじゃあどこ行こうかっていうところ、で降りてきてまた景色も変わって、あれどっちに行くんだっけっていうそのルートを探す楽しさも、これはミッションの時の楽しさからもあったと思うんですよね。ゴールはここだけどどっち行こうか、そこもなんか含みでいろいろ今までの経験だったり、そのライズ・オブ・ザ・ローニの経験だったりいろいろ含めて構築してますね。はい。
チーム忍者は
So I think that's pretty neat. Is this from Tokyo Game Show? No, this is from IGN. This is an IGN video. Right. So yellow paint strat, I think, is for accessibility. So people with problems detecting color or breakable objects in environments or nuances of where to go or what is interactable have a better time. Okay. Right. Like, I think that's one thing I never really considered, especially with like an open field thing, and something obviously that like the developers are having to figure out, which is how can they make the path to something like relatively like constrained and balanced, so players can feel like they can explore stuff, but it's not like they go off and explore like things that just don't make sense and then get frustrated. So having like a kind of a clear like, oh, I can like a clear path, like I can go from here to here, or I can go from here to there, but making it clear about where to go, I think can be helpful without like the hand holding. That's kind of like a nice little balance. So I think that's cool. I like this. For better or worse, Team Ninja has been releasing games basically every year. I've heard some people feel like, yo, Team Ninja's doing too much work. And I hope they can keep up the quality. So this is kind of funny to me. From the alpha demo, I don't remember like having that much difficulty, like stressful difficulty, like annoying and like an annoying frustration with exploration of the areas that were like provided. And then there's gamers that know it's not designed to be climbable but find a way anyways. Yeah, that's why I put that little qualifying comment about like the intended areas, because I went to the out of bounds areas. So, you know, what I did was totally unintentional. But even then, like, even in their areas, it was kind of clear, like, oh, I like the area's exploration made sense. It wasn't like frustrating. So that was nice. And that's actually a detail that like kind of flew under the radar, because I guess in my experience it overall went so well I didn't notice. Which is good. Which to me, I would say they're doing a good job. Like, it's nice when their work is so good that to me it's just like a seamless experience. So I enjoy the exploration, and I guess I'll have to play more open field stuff, but like I guess like when I actually played it in practice in Nioh 3, I had a good time. So let's continue.
幸か不幸か毎年のように意見を出しているので、やっぱり制作してリリースしたタイトルの知見っていうのがチーム内だったりプロジェクトを横断して共有できるようにっていう風にはしていってますし、なのでそういったところでやっぱ学んだことっていうのは非常にまあNioh 3だったり今後のタイトルも
Nioh 3's lessons in future titles like Nioh 4. You guys are developing Nioh 4. You already have it planned. I know it.
今回やっぱりシリーズで初めてジャンプが入ったので。でこれまでだとジャンプがないから、あっち行ったら絶対死ぬなみたいなのが分かったんですけど、今回立体的に屋根に登ったりとかそういうことで攻略の幅も広がってる一方で、そういったちょっと誤解されるような構造っていうのが今まで以上にやっぱりこう
that is true with the extra verticality that we have. There's a lot more room for extra mess.
ちょっとそうですね。
That's true. I would agree. It's not something I would think about.
すごく意識しなきゃいけないとこですね。はい。
Yeah, I imagine level design is much more challenging.
今回いろいろ考えたかったので、ということは妖怪だっていうところ。
You know what question I would ask? You guys said Nioh 2 was the last game. What made you change your mind? Maybe we'll be able to swim in Nioh 4. Yeah, we'll have underwater gaming. So now it looks like they're talking about things central to Nioh's identity. So, I think that's pretty cool.
があったので、妖怪を使った。
So yokai, got a lot of yokai activities, right? Like Nioh and yokai is a big staple. Chasing a scampus? Yeah.
今回の新しいキャラクター、チジコっていうのが空をこうふよふよ飛んでいて、で弓を当てると本人は遊んでいるつもりなんですけど、弓を当てると自分に寄ってきてくれるみたいな、そういう探して、あと小玉とかもそうですけどシリーズにいる。そういったその妖怪たちがいろいろその世界にいて、で悪い妖怪だけじゃなくてっていうところで、その妖怪とちょっと遊ぶみたいな要素はいろいろ入ってはいますね。はい。
妖怪って
Do scampuses no longer help in fights? I'm not sure yet. I can't confirm or deny that. I don't know yet.
残酷なだけでもなくてグロテスクなだけでもなくて少しコミカルな存在がいたりとか、そういった部分はNiohシリーズこれまでずっとやっぱり描いてきたというか、ちょっとホッとできるようなところも
I actually do like how they molded the scampus into the open field stuff. Because it is, truth be told, like a nice little break from all the intensity of combat. Like just to find it, like now to like find a scampus, to explore it, to like chase it it's like a different, it's just a nice little change of pace. There is a Scampus Soul Core. I think I got it. I think I did. I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember. I think there was a Scampus Soul Core. And I think it gave Spirit Force instead. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been several months since I played the demo, And I'm not going to look back at all my footage. To be fair, they never said Nioh 2 is the last one. Yasuda basically said, we'd like to do other things, so Nioh will be something we'll come back to later. Yeah, I remember he said something, I think it was like, they had no plans on doing anything Nioh 3 related. And we'll just come back to it later, maybe in the future, I don't know. And then it's like, but even that's kind of a lie because they as soon as Nioh 2 DLC finished, they started planning Nioh 3. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But alright, let's continue on. Oh, this is interesting. Scampus's movement and behavior patterns differ according to their coat coloring. You know, that's nice. That's cool. I mean, who knows? Maybe different, like, it might just be like different colored Scampuses, or it could be like different types of Scampuses. I don't know. Right now, I'm just going to assume it's just for the exploration-based ones. Anything else, I don't know. But it could be cool.
まさに小玉とかそういう存在だと思うんですけど、スネコスリだったりが、なのでそこはちゃんとコントラ。
Wait. What? It said Scampus Furball. What the hell? Scampus Furball? What is that? What is it? I don't understand what this means. You played the alpha demo with a friend, and I can tell you that exploring the map with a friend is one of the best experiences you had in life. Damn, that's high praise. There's a state of play video. Is it in a couple minutes? I can check it out. Yeah, full name of the bundle of joy. Scampus Furball. I like that. Now here's something that's interesting. The Sulama makes a comeback, of course, but it's a vendor. It's your open world vendor. I remember in the alpha demo, they had like a Sulama like in an area, and I was like, okay, what's the purpose of this? Or they had a vendor. Now that it's a vendor. It's F5 in PlayStation State of Play. So will that include Nioh 3? I don't know. I mean, I can watch it, but... So yeah, this is now an open world vendor. I guess he's pissed off from Nioh 2 that we didn't give him good shit. And so now he's like, nah, I need to set up a proper shop. You don't know if Nioh 3 is part of it? Okay. Well, if it is, then well, obviously I'll cover it. They'll probably have some sort of trailer if there's something, then I'll cover that. We'll nerd out over that. But yeah, Sudama is a vendor. So you can like buy stuff. So you can buy things. All items, you know, Summoner's Candle, Sacred Ash. You got all this stuff that you can buy for money. You give him salt most of the time. I wonder if there'll be an interaction with if you like just sell him salt and that's it. So yeah, you can buy a bunch of things. Lantern plant fruits. A lot of they're reusing a lot of the items, but they'll work appropriately for Nioh 3. So yeah, cool. You can buy what you need. So nice. I think that's cool. The red lily, the red spider lily thingy, so that'll be to charge the spirit force gauge. So anima is replaced by spirit force, but for your sake, just assume it's basically the same thing.
やっぱある程度その妖怪に、蹂躙されたりとか、地獄がもちろんあるので、そこに逆に平和の物語、その生きてる人たち、生き残ってる人たちたくさんいたりすると不自然なんですけど、そこでその犠牲になった人たちの思念だったりからその依頼されることでサイドクエストが始まるだったり、そういうことはありますね。はい。
最初はやっぱり
What's interesting is that like they're designing this open field not just like randomly. It seems like they're doing so very much with intentionality, which I'm grateful for. So even like details such as who's going to give the quest. It's like, yeah, we could have living people, and that might work in some cases, but like based on our overall theme with Nioh, that doesn't fit. So it's gonna be a lot of dead people because this is like a war-torn area with demons running amok. It's like, yeah, okay, that fits. So like I appreciate like their attention to detail and keeping in mind the big picture. I don't know about you, but I do like Yasuda. Yeah, I like Yasuda quite a bit. I mean, these guys seem great. This is a great interview, and just hearing it directly from them and whatnot. So, if IGN wants to put stuff out like this, I would love that, because then the focus is like gameplays in the background, and it's more like, oh, let's listen to the actual people. All right.
そういったオープンフィールドだから
Right, so here's where they're talking about the living people
生き
at
てる人
first.
からクエストミッションになるのかな、受注したりっていうのもあったんですけど、もちろんそういうものも、特定の
Those are still
主要キャ
available
ラク
from
ターの
specific
から
major
受けることはあるん
characters.
ですけど、そうではなくて、
But you can also call the
死んだ
spirits
人
of
の
the
死ぬか
dead.
らその人の無念を晴らすみたいな、そういうふうにナラティブをしているのはやっぱりシリーズの特徴というか、シリーズの流れに沿
It works, it
っ
works.
た結論かなというふうには思ってます。はい、
今回多分差がより開くかなと思っていて、だけど腕の覚えがある人一
The
直線
Great
にボス
Tengu
まで
boss
行っちゃ
is
え
pretty
ば、
cool.
多分今までより
You,
短く
oh,
最短
interesting. You can probably beat it than faster than any other game in the series.
でクリアできるかなと思って、逆に探索しようと思ったら今ま
But
で
if you
よりも
decide
最
to
大もっ
explore,
と
it
長
might
い
be the
プレ
longest
イ時間
one.
かかる。
Very interesting. So my guess is the way that this is going to pan out is if you just rush the crucibles back to back to back, you just skip all the side missions effectively, right? And you can speed run it pretty easily. Or you could do what I'm going to do, which is I'm going to take my sweet time and enjoy everything. So I'm going to have a lot to play around with. So for me, my experience is based on like just enjoying everything that the game has to offer, and reading and hearing that this is going to be the longest one is awesome. And I also like that people can have the option, if they just want to like bum rush it, go for it. But if you don't want to, then here you go. Like, great. Side quests equals side missions, just an open world instead of being mission based. Right. I actually prefer that too, because a lot of the side missions in Nioh and Nioh 2 were basically like, there's just like doing the same level, but just like starting at a different point and then change the color of the area slightly. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now, instead of a daytime map, I start at the end of the map and it's nighttime. I'm like, okay, I guess. But in terms of like immersion, I just couldn't have it. But with Nioh 3, it feels like everything is unique because they're all sharing one space, and I can go in between side missions and camps and kill things, and it fits. Because oftentimes, like in Nioh 2, you'd have a side mission or something, and it is basically just like a glorified gauntlet. And it's just like, okay, maybe some lore here or there that's just like playing off in the background. But like beyond that, I don't know, I wasn't like that hooked on it. But in here, it's like, okay, so the same thing is basically modified to be like an enemy base. So it's still like your gauntlet, and you can keep killing it. But like there's like little extra bits of exploration that like makes it unique. So it definitely helped me like get into it as well. And so yeah, it was like pretty fresh and pretty fun in that respect. So I definitely appreciate that evolution. So I know for me, having those things that make the game much more immersive and rewarding to me is just incentivizing me to explore it even more. And to hear that, hey, if I want to go for 100%, so to speak, I'm going to get a lot of good time out of it. Oh my God, that's amazing. Just that idea is amazing. But by all means, some people don't give a shit about it and they can just blitz through and go for it. And I like that players can play however they want. Yeah, great.
かなと思っていて、
確かにそうですね、一気にボス地獄に行ってっていう攻略が今回できますからね。
まあ、可能か不可能か置いといて、可能か不可能かすぐできるかできない。
Putting aside the question of whether or not you can do that, that's pretty funny to me. Basically, are you good? Are you a good gamer? If not, you're fucked.
といて、なのでそういう意味でそのプレイ時間って聞かれると実は一番困る質問でどう答えようかなっていうのはありますけど、はい、でもボリュームはそれぐらいありますね。はい。もちろんゴール目指してもらってもいいですし、まあ、今回体験版の後も
Also, the world will open up even more after what you saw in the demo. Wait, what? Like, what does that mean? Is it like what I discovered in the Out of Bounds footage as well, where it was like, oh, the demo was 25% of everything of that map? I don't know, but I will say, for that just being like one chapter map, I was like, this is pretty fucking huge, dude. It's a huge map. Yeah, classic Team Ninja throwing shade, yeah. Yeah.
まださらに広がっていて、
Under the map level, yeah, yeah.
まず一直線武田まで向かっていってもいいで
You're
すし、
free to beeline to Takeda Shingen, but there are other things
ミッ
as
ション
well.
っていうかその他のも
Oh, this level. I think they kind of showcased it a little bit in the trailer footage before. So yeah, that could be pretty neat.
目標値もあるので、そこに寄り道してそっちを解決していってもいいですし、なのでそうですね、本当自由度っていうのは
Level of freedom is something we valued. Yeah, I really like that.
Join me in my conquest.
All right, so that's it from
And I'm
IGN
not
footage. You can see a little
shall be
cutscene
yours.
here, I guess. And then, let's see what. Are they feisty with each other? Okay, great. Spear's fluidity description in my language says it allows you to use a follow up right after flourish. Is this true? Fluidity is you can spear flourish in any stance. So yeah, we'll have to find out. Okay, what are some other things? So what new info? Aside from this interview, there's more things that I wanted to cover. I wasn't just gonna spend. I wasn't just gonna spend the entire stream talking about this. All right, so there's other things, and I have some other tabs open. I'll go more in depth with their interview because I did skim through it before the stream, and it's very much in depth, and there's a lot to chew on for it. So I'll read it out. But one thing I think that might catch everyone's fucking attention is this. Apparently, and I want to say this is official, but unfortunately it's not. It's just like a little leak. Apparently, Nioh 3 might be launching on February 6th of 2026, according to Amazon Japan's listings. All right? So Chicken Burrito, when it comes to Flourish, I don't think that's the case. I don't think you can do Flourish and then Piercing Rain instantly. I've never encountered that. So yeah, it looks like they got like a little treasure box, a bunch of different features. Here's the cover art. Apparently, you think you'll see it a few minutes in this state of play? That's coming out what? Just like in a little like 25 minutes or so. It'd just be a day off from when the original launched in 2017. Yeah. So yeah, apparently February 6th might be the release date. And if State of Play is coming out, chances are we'll see another trailer. Obviously, I'll want to take a look at that. So yeah, I'm sure they'll. Yeah. Treasure inside is Gaki. I'll get out of here. Yeah, some standard and treasure box editions. I'm not gonna lie. What does this treasure box thing include? Official art book. Probably some music, a desk mat, and then a Scampus Furball keychain. Let's go. So yeah, I mean, that's cool. I'd be willing to support them for getting this treasure box. I wouldn't mind. Hey, what's up, Jace? So yeah, February 26, 26, so 26 apparently might be the release date, which would be cool. I thought it'd be in March. Hopefully this is true. But I guess we'll find out. I want this campus plushie. Yeah, I bet everybody does. Okay, so yeah, that's like pretty big news. Hopefully we get our trailer on State of Play. Could be a lot to look forward to. Yeah, 135 days roughly. But Tonfa Samurai is a paid DLC. Are we watching more of your developer notes? It's not. I'm not a developer. Fuck off. Oh my god. I'd probably get the equivalent of their season pass if they have it this time. Yeah, it could be cool. I guess we'll find out. We'll just need more information, but we will see. Or what would be great is that Nioh 3 is a totally fucking complete game and it feels complete as fuck. But alright. So obviously this is great news. But there is a lot more depth that they have with an interview and IGN, and there's a lot more information in this interview compared to the video that I watched. Come on, you know what? They want to double dip? Yeah. All right, so let's go into this interview. There's a lot of information. We know you leaked the release date, Poof. It's okay, I'll keep your secret. Bruh. So a lot of this interview that they have written out here goes beyond the video, like I've said. And I think there are some very interesting points that we can elaborate on that hopefully can like address some of the concerns people might have about Nioh 3. So let's see where they start talking about new stuff. My Discord. So Jace, just take a look at my channel links on my YouTube channel. It's like the first thing. What do we know about PC release? It should be simultaneous. They've said that from the get-go. That PS5 and PC release is at the same time. So that's what I can say. Okay, so I think starting here is where there's new stuff. So the question was, is there text that will teach players overseas more about Japanese culture as they play the game? So Yasuda says, history has always been a motif in the Nioh series, and so we've prepared a dictionary of yokai and people. It's something we created so that players in the West can understand the games as well. There were so many characters in Rise of the Ronin, and we found ourselves feeling that there were a lot of people overseas who don't know about the Bakumatsu period. When it comes to lore, flavor text, and more about historical figures and yokai, Nioh 3 has even more of it than the previous games in the series. So, more information if that's something that you want. And then Shibata says, this dictionary will get updated as you progress through the story. Also, as you explore the field, you'll see places that become frozen due to the influence of crucibles, changing the mood depending on the field. Interesting. History and fiction are combined and depicted according to the Nioh way of interpreting them. Alright, kind of cool. The difference between unreasonable and stressful. I think this will be a big deal for quite a few people. So a question from IGN was, We've seen a lot of brutally difficult titles in the games industry as of late, but it seems to me that the trend lately has been to think about offering options for a wider audience, such as by adding selectable difficulty. What's your approach to difficulty in this game? I think this will be valuable to quite a few. So Yasuda, I think there are a lot of ways to define the Souls-like genre. Players can of course learn and get better at the action in the Nioh series, but the games are also full of RPG elements. They can increase their level, gather equipment, and create specialized builds. Compatibility and player taste also play a role when it comes to individual bosses. There are even online elements to the game, and making use of all of these to overcome a difficult moment and feel accomplished is something common to all the games in the series. We want Nioh 3 to be no exception. Great. While selectable difficulty is a part of some of the other games that Yasuda has made, Nioh 3 continues to only have one difficulty setting. There are so many ways to make it through the game to the point where I might even worry that we overdid it this time around. We've been very conscious of not making the game unreasonably difficult. If we did include selectable difficulty, you might get some situations where someone says, I beat Nioh, only to be a bit bothered when others show up to say, what, on easy? That isn't a desirable outcome. So we want there to be the same value to beating Nioh no matter how you did it. It's something that's been important to us throughout the series, and that includes this game. That's right. They are trying what they can to not make your victory in Nioh feel cheap. Unless you go out of your way to do so. There is easy mode though. Dream of the Samurai? Right. I mean, I know. I mean, I think the bigger point is, like... But here, let's look behind it. If someone beats Nioh... they shouldn't be shamed for beating it. Is kind of the core thing. They beat it. Regardless of how they beat it, they beat it. It's not like Nioh is like a super easy game. Now, we can say stuff like the first run is a preschool mode relative to other things, but like, dude, if you just watch like the average player play Nioh, they struggle. That's the thing. You beat Nioh, it's an accomplishment. I don't even think Dark Souls is easy. And I'm like, for me, sure. But I'm saying for like... Oh well. If you beat Nioh, you beat it. Gamers will shame and gatekeep in any case. We already see it in Nioh before. Well, yeah, of course. I agree. But what can a developer do to minimize that? That's what they're going to look for. Nioh is a complex game. I mean, obviously people on the internet are going to do what they want to do. But like, I think it's fine. I'm fine with it. Like, look, Ninja Gaiden has a difficulty selection. Do you know how many times I've seen people like always like? There's enough people who just are like, "Oh my gosh, you didn't beat the game of Master Ninja or whatever." Ah. I think this is fine. You can make Nioh easier for yourself, but beating Nioh is still like you still beat it. And then the rest is on the player as opposed to like front-ended by the devs. I think it's fine. So yeah, Ninja Gaiden was very particular about like Ninja Dog. All right? And like humiliating you for that. Ah, you're playing the game on Ninja Dog. Look at that, blah, blah, blah. And like people will beat on Master Ninjas. Oh, praise the Master Ninja player. Nioh don't give a fuck about that. The game itself doesn't care. players outside of that independently doing whatever they want. That's like outside the Team Ninja's control. I'm fine with it. But yeah, I'm fine with it. I don't think it's a big deal. I've seen players argue over other games in the genre that did include selectable difficulty. Ninja Gaiden. I take those discussions into account as I make games, and I do think that selectable difficulty is a valid approach to taking games. Though I keep an eye on how players in the media react, we won't be taking the route of adding selectable difficulty to Nioh 3. Yeah, so Dream of the Wise, Nioh, and whatnot is selectable, but that is after you beat the game. It's a new game plus, basically. People do care about difficulties, though. If you watch gameplay videos, it's usually on the hardest settings. Yeah, that's because people put a lot of, like... I think sometimes, and I'm just going to say this, I think sometimes people put a little too much onto gameplay difficulty above all else. And, like, use it as some sort of, like, title of, like, worthy of respect to, like, an extreme. Like, no doubt it's impressive to beat a game on the hardest difficulty. But what can happen is then to validate that, other players can invalidate other person's accomplishments. And like, that's just, that dynamic just like doesn't need to exist. Dude, just look. There's so much gatekeeping with video games. I'm all in favor of just like eliminating it. I like Nioh because it doesn't gatekeep. And I like the community more so because more often than not, people don't gatekeep. And I certainly don't give a fuck. If someone just wants to play Nioh once, go for it. They're right. Just have fun. But yeah, I just play Nioh to have fun. That's it. So I think what helps is stuff like you have put out, which encourages people to take on Nioh even if they struggle because there's good guides and info. Right. So yeah, I mean, that's what I try to do to make the pathway towards that, getting a lot of the game mastery to be helpful. And besides, like, I mean, like, this is not that big of a deal to me, all things considered. I just try to help people out. Like, for me, would I rather have the Ninja Gaiden difficulties or Nioh stuff? Honestly, all things considered, the reason I play Nioh is because it's just a much more pleasant, enjoyable experience. Ninja Gaiden's cool and all, and maybe Ninja Gaiden 4 will make things a little different, but yeah, I've overall had a much more positive time with Nioh, so I stick with Nioh. Okay, let's see some of the things I've missed. I wonder if Nioh 3 will work as the previous games, with the terms of 3 DLCs and New Game Plus cycles. I'll see. Hopefully we'll find out. I don't know who Ragon is. You think it's the opposite? Gatekeeping is too less these days? Fair, I don't know. But honestly, like, I can't quantify how much gatekeeping exists. I don't know where it exists. I'm very tunnel vision into just my channel and Nioh. Truth be told, I don't really pay attention to anything outside because it's out of my control anyway. I just focus on my channel and I specifically try not to gatekeep. I just try to make it pleasant for everybody as much as I can. I try to be as inclusive as possible. And I try to be as helpful as I can and hopefully to inspire others to be helpful too. But yeah, so let's continue on. I didn't play Elden Ring, so I have like no knowledge. So they're going to talk about unreasonable difficulty, which I think is going to be a big thing. Momiji, oh my god. Okay. There was one boss on the open field that I struggled against. I finally defeated it once I used the living artifact transformation skill, though. There are so many ways to approach the game. That is, so Yasuda says, that is something we're trying to do. Nioh games until now have had a linear map design. I think that ended up requiring players to simply grind out levels if they got stuck on a boss. While there are some linear maps in this game, it has open fields, meaning that you can take other routes if you think an area is too difficult to take on. By defeating bosses elsewhere and leveling up, you can grow stronger without having to do the same thing over and over. Yes! We've taken a step forward in that regard by having a wider variety of ways to beat the game. There are, of course, challenging moments awaiting players, though. Just because you've explored the game doesn't mean the game will be easy, and there's still plenty of toughness there. Great. I feel like the worst part of games that shine with tools is the point where there are no tools yet. Yeah, I don't like the first mission of both Nioh games for that reason, too. I'm just like, that's rough. Do you have new ideas for the type of content you'll make for Nioh 3, or it'll be the same as it did for Nioh 2? So one thing I'll say, since I have a lot of people here, is that one thing I have been lazily working on is basically kind of like a community sort of video where it's like hot clips of the week or something, and then just like mashing them together to just showcase cool things about Nioh. So the first video I'm kind of going to be releasing pretty recently, or up and coming actually, is going to be related to Nioh 2 footage, and I got a bunch of submissions for it already, but it was just like it's going to be like a bunch of funny things that happened. So this is like a new type of thing that I'm going to make, but the idea is if there's a Nioh 3 demo up and coming, if you got like a kick-ass clip, a funny clip, a cool clip, just lucky thing, an interesting thing, send that shit to me. I have it, like, send it to my Gmail. And then what I'll do is like I'll highlight you. I'll be like, here you go, here's something that said person did. So that's like a new video type that I'm gonna do, and I will do that as long as people have interest in it and if they like it. So that's kind of one type of video I'm thinking of making, but it's sorely dependent upon community interest. And this is meant to take the place of things like combo mads. So with the combo mads, like, yeah, Poover's paying an exposure, basically. Basically. I can make the combo mads, but again, it just depends on the footage that I get. And combo mads require a lot more work, and I found that when I did those, I could unintentionally alienate some people if I didn't think their video hit the bar. For whatever reason. And then it was quite a lot of work, and this time I'm trying to be more inclusive rather than create unintentional drama and for a fucking video game that I just don't give a shit about. So like I don't care about that drama at all. So I just want to have fun and make fun things. So cool moments, of course, will be nice to showcase. For the more dedicated combo mat type stuff, I don't know if I'll be able to do that simply because it's a lot of moving parts. But in terms of me making my own, since I'm making every single decision and the only person that I am in total control of it. Yeah, I'd make those. And my video, what 2,000 hours of Nioh 2 really looks like, is kind of what I would make from myself. My own personal showcase. But community stuff I'm a little bit more lax about it now. So I hope that answers your question. Will I make a tutorial for 3 while I'm at it? Yeah, of course. Yeah, totally. I'm trying to brainstorm exactly how I want to do that. So a lot of the Nioh 2 videos that I'm releasing are less about Nioh 2 because, dude, Nioh 2 is like a few years old by now. But it's more for me to understand the types of content I would want to produce and to see what actually helps people and what can get people thinking a little bit more outside of the box and more creatively. But yeah, I'm going to try to make it a lot more streamlined than I did for Nioh 2. And so I'm right now just thinking about various different ways I can create tutorials. But I definitely know some of the things I do like and would want to replicate are like the Soul Core guides in how to use them and how to use them well. Just a simple, like, here's your tool, here's how you use it, simple. Weapon guides are much more complicated because there's a lot of moving parts. There's a greater degree of complexity. There's a lot of other things to understand. And so I just need to figure out, like, in my head, how did I learn it in an easy way so that I can understand how to teach it to other people better? Because, like, one of the most common things I get asked in my YouTube comments is like, bro, how do you string these combat sequences together? How do you know what move to do here and there? And the truth is, there's a lot of moving parts to it. It's sometimes I will put out combo sequences or combat sequences that make shit look so effortless that some people think like, oh, bro, it's so easy, I can do that. And it doesn't look that impressive. Compared to like nonstop evasion cancel shit where it's like the craziest APM imaginable. And I'm like, yeah, I could do that, but I like, what if I don't fucking need to? Because I can do this instead. This being, oh, I understand enemy behavior. Check. I understand what moves have great hitboxes with this. Check. I understand how to time it. Check. A lot of knowledge-based and strategic-based things all mapped together all at once. And then doing that to have a seamless flow so everything connects is like, it requires a lot of knowledge. It requires a lot of practice. But for me to get to that, I have to like get people to understand the fundamentals and then having to teach them the fundamentals and how I learned to practice the fundamentals so I didn't like lose my shit is a whole other thing. For example, one simple thing, all right? The way that I play the game, and by the way, I'll be definitely doing a blind playthrough. All right, so I'll do a blind playthrough, but one thing you're going to see when I'm doing a blind playthrough is a big difference in how I approach playing the game, which is, for me, beating the game is actually out of my mind. When I fight a boss, I'm not there to beat my biggest objective is not about beating the boss. That'll happen eventually anyway. I'm focused on learning how to do cool shit against the boss. That's it. That's what I aim for. So I'm obsessing over things like, hey, how can I pull off this move? What do I notice about this boss's behavior that I can exploit? What's a cool combo I can fit in? What's a cool sequence I can fit in? What's a new interaction I can discover? I'm constantly trying to discover the entire time. So for me, dying is not a big deal. Losing and fucking up and spending a lot of time on a boss isn't the biggest deal. Making excuses for his debts 3 months before the game releases. Crazy, exactly. So, now the ironic part is, usually when I do beat a boss, most of the time it looks pretty cool. But that's the goal. I'm trying to make it look cool. I want a satisfying boss experience, so I am going to focus on learning things and having a lot of fun more than anything else. Go watch State of Play. It started. Dude, I'll just wait. If they have a trailer, they'll release it. I don't want to just like wait for like 30, 35 minutes to be like, are they going to release a trailer? And then not see it. If Team Ninja's going to release a trailer, they'll make it fucking obvious. So I'll just wait. You're all free to go check it out though. And if there is a trailer, obviously let me know. But yeah, so that mindset I have for when I approach the game, and yeah, I will die lots of times. I'm going to die a lot. I'm going to fuck up a lot because I'm going to take lots of risks because I'm so focused on trying to learn. And in order for me to learn quickly and enjoyably, I gotta take crazy fucking risks and make a lot of mistakes and learn from those mistakes fast. Otherwise, whatever. So I'm going to be doing that a lot. But naturally for other players, they might be more risk averse because their objective is, hey, I just want to beat the boss because this is a stressful time. Whereas with me, I'm like, I try dumb shit all the time. I'm like, and I'll laugh when I'm like, oh, I thought I could have pulled it off, but I fucking didn't. Oh, I got too greedy. There's always this emphasis on learning. That's why I play Nioh, because there's always so much to learn. I mean, why else would I fight like Ren Hayabusa like 500 times and try different shit? Is because I'm still chasing that sense of satisfaction from being able to pull off like the coolest fight that I can think of and like make it look like a choreographed dance. I don't play safe in Nioh stuff. Like I generally try not to because it gets boring. Like, for example, yeah, I could just do fists and like zero key combo loop Ren or any human boss to death. But that's not enjoyable to me, so I'm gonna do like the wackiest shit, like use Giant Toad on Ren. Okay? And then, yeah, I've used Giant Toad Soul Core on Ren and gotten the fuck away with it. I have a video on that. Alright, where it's like, you want some Nioh 2 gameplay? Here you go. Ren Hayabusa, I use Giant Toad. Like, who in their, like, no one in their right mind is gonna take that type of risk. Except me, apparently. But yeah. So, this is like one huge, so I could go on and on about this. But the point being is, there's this huge, like, general philosophy that I'm going to have when I'm approaching the Nioh games that other people may not have. And me trying to educate somebody to try that and to engage with the game with that is a big factor in how I like work with other parts of the game. So that's like one thing to consider amongst many, many, many other things. So I hope that makes sense. I'm doing pretty good. Good to have you here too, Sonam. The weapon guides are probably hard to make. Shit's timeless. Thank you. I definitely want to make them cleaner, a lot more in the style of my Soul Core guides. But yeah, I'll stream Nioh 3 blind, like for sure. You need game knowledge first, you just have to play a lot. Right, and what I would want to do is also to help people understand what knowledge is important, what to look for, what not to look for, stuff like that. Those things can be very helpful. Beware of spoilers. I bet people will spoil the ending in like day one. Yeah, I'm sure someone will get early access and like be like, here's the ending of Nioh 3. But guess what? Nioh's story is not something I'm that particularly attached to. The stuff that people can spoil are not even boss moves. It's like, how do you engage with the boss moves in a way that I'm happy with? How many people can do that? Just me. So good luck. Go ahead, try to spoil it. I look for the most obscure shit. But naturally, if you are worried about story spoilers, be on the lookout. All right, so big question. If someone like you were to do an official showcase of Nioh 3's gameplay, right now, do you think that would attract new players, or would it do the opposite and make it seem overwhelming to them? I think it really depends. I think this is one thing I want to make sure I do well with my Nioh 3 content in general, which is to show that, yeah, this crazy, like, my goal will be to showcase, yes, this stuff is very, very overwhelming. It is crazy. It looks absolutely batshit insane, but you can do it too, no matter what your skill level is. Here's how to learn it. Here's what to try. Here's what to practice. You do this type of stuff, you'll eventually build up to that. That's what I would want to put out. Could that alienate people? Of course. When they can see like, whoa, this shit is super complex, that's alienating. I don't know if I can do that. And when people are faced with, I don't know, I can do that, they can go in many different directions. But I would want to specifically capture the players that would be like, whoa, that shit looks cool. I can't do that right now. I don't even know how the fuck that is happening right now. But I want to figure out how. Is there a way for me to get there? Or is this really some just like ethereal sort of like skill talent thing that people have? And I'm trying to come in to say, no, this is all fucking achievable to everyone. It just takes some time and practice. But if you put in the time and the practice, you will be able to do that. If not, outscale that brilliantly. And plenty of players do. And they do cool shit. I'm like, whoa, that was so cool. I never thought of that. And then I like take it and get inspired by my gameplay, showcase something else. And then someone's like, whoa, that was cool. Let me upgrade mine. And it's just like, we do cooler and more creative shit over time. Okay. So I think you could attract new players for sure. I think it just depends on the type. Like, I'm not going to be able to attract everybody, but some people. Yeah. And I'm just trying to make a difference in some. And not to mention, being able to see Nioh 3 played in a way that most people don't expect is always a good thing. In my book. Whoa! Even if that's like, whoa, crazy builds. Of course, I don't do that as much. I'm like, here's all how you can mix and match all the mechanics together, and it looks really fun. Okay. Remember to keep posts, yeah. Hey Poover, I heard that the release date of Nioh 3 got leaked by Amazon Japan. Apparently it's on the 6th of February. You mean like right here? You mean like right here? Yeah. Apparently. So pretty cool. But I try to show, and this is going to transition now back to the interview, where I try to showcase the cool looking difficult stuff to be it's a challenge, but it's a challenge that if you apply yourself you can conquer. So let's continue on with this. I know that open fields and open worlds have become the standard in a lot of games now. But making Nioh into an open field is a major change in the gameplay experience. We saw so many users taking a wide variety of approaches even in the alpha demo, and we want them to enjoy that game in full as well. Which is a tough challenge. Yeah. Yes, it has worked out well in some ways that we intended, but every time we release a new Nioh game, I always feel like the players manage to exceed my imagination. I'll often think, wow, you can beat it like that? Well, there are times when we have no choice but to make balanced changes with updates. In general, we think that nothing is more valuable than the playstyles and strategies that players discover. Players who put thousands of hours into the games have come up with strategies that we truly could have never imagined, and I'm looking forward to what those will be this time as well. There have been times when something is so amazing that we decide to intentionally leave it untouched. It seems like things like item cancels got left alone for that reason. I really don't understand how tonfas and other weapons can work without stances. I think this is one of those things that as much as I try to tell people it could work differently, the reality is it's just something people are going to have to experience. So like I know tonfas is ninja style only from what I understand. And so we'll just have to be the judge, play it, see if it feels better or not. Nioh 3 when? Apparently February 6th. Apparently. We now live in an age when players share their strategies for beating the game with one another. So there are times when specific unintended builds run rampant. As these are games that are fundamentally about creating builds to take you through the game, we of course don't want to have to nerf specific builds, and we're doing what we can to approach that as we approach release. On PC also, yeah. There are often cases of bosses being too difficult and getting nerfed in high difficulty games. What will your approach to post-release adjustments be? In general, I don't want there to be any nerfs. Okay? He doesn't want nerfs. I want everyone to share the experience of beating the game's bosses under the same rules and conditions. I don't want there to be conversations where people say, you did that post-nerf, right? Okay? He doesn't want nerfs. So he's trying to actively minimize that. Camera work is one common issue, and there are times when it becomes unreasonable in ways that we didn't intend. We'll fix the camera if there are situations where people feel like they lost because of it, and there are even situations where we might choose to nerf a boss. Nioh 3 isn't out yet though, so we of course have no plans to nerf anything at the moment. I'd say that the biggest determining factor is us wanting to avoid players feeling like they lost because the game was unreasonable. Fair. Are there samurai exclusive weapons? Yes. There are ninja exclusive and samurai exclusive weapons, and some things have an overlap. What exactly they are, we have fully yet to see. You also use the word unreasonable when discussing your adjustment plans in the survey results for the alpha demo. Speaking as a developer, what would make something unreasonable to you? I think this will be the most important. When it comes to balance adjustments, I have been talked to the development team about the difference between unreasonable and stress. I don't think it's a bad thing for games to make players feel stressed. Nioh is designed to be a tough game that makes players think. Say there's a moment where players can dodge an attack with a slow animation. But if it was so instantaneous that you can't see the animations, players wouldn't be able to react. There's nothing unreasonable about an attack if you know it's coming based on an animation when the enemy's preparing for that attack. But I don't think it's good to demand that players avoid or otherwise deal with unpredictable attacks. Players also have resources like stamina, ki to worry about, and so we're removing that sort of unreasonableness whenever possible. I think that might be the most critical balance approach taken by the development team assigned to action, and I would agree. Like, if I just can't react to something, that sucks. Now, if I, like, when I make mistakes in the game, and if I die in the game, basically, I want it to be that, like, oh, I fucked up. Not some, like, random shit. Not some unreactable stuff I can't plan for. Like, that shit gets irritating. Right, like Saito Toshimitsu's unreactable Cuckoo's Call. Like, you have to go well out of your way to deal with it. And even when I can conquer it, it doesn't feel fun. There's no enjoyment out of it. It's like I had to learn minutiae in a way that's just like not fundamentally enjoyable. Whereas I'm sure for players, when they fought Tate Eboshi, was she really difficult? Oh my gosh, yes. But understanding how to beat Tate Eboshi is pretty gratifying for players. To like feel like they actually like got better. What was Cuckoo's Call again? It's mid-stance Odachis. It's like a block parry type thing. It's a riposte. I don't even know the technical term. But yeah, it's when Saito Toshimitsu just like blocks your attack and then retaliates with like an orange, like a fire-based parry. It's pretty irritating because it's just like instant. You like start attacking him and then all of a sudden he counterattacks you and you're like, what the fuck? Like, how am I supposed to plan for that? It's different from, and like a lot of things that he does can be very frustrating. It just makes for a frustrating experience. Not an enjoyable, not a challenging experience, but a very frustrating experience. Or shit like Nobunaga grabbing you 3 times in a row. And it's just like, bruh, what the fuck? Or like hyper armor instant counterattack. And you're like, bro, like seriously, like this is irritating. It's like shit like that that gets annoying. There's a new trailer. All right, I'll check it out. Nioh 3 is being shown right now. All right.
This dark radiance exists. My fights will continue.
Have better quality.
To rule,
Cross through time,
one must
rewrite
prove
fate.
their might.
The light of hope lies unseen
The
at the
hell's
end
going
of
on
time.
here?
Go now!
You wish to become Shogun that badly?
Maybe you don't want it enough. What makes a shogun anyway?
How is happening here?
Strength and superiority are what make a shogun, and I have both!
Strength alone is not enough to end this war!
Oh, it's confirmed. February 6th, 2026. Okay. That's release date confirmed. February 6th, 2026. Is this a different trailer? Okay, this is a different game altogether. Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, February 6th, 2026. That is now official. Okay. That was a pretty sick trailer. I'll have to, like... Hopefully Team Ninja will, like, release it, and then I can just, like, nerd out on it again. If any of you see that they do release just the trailer in of itself and just on its own, and obviously send that over, like, let me know, and I'll go through it. Yeah, there were a lot of, like, story-based details in that trailer, so pretty cool. We're going to be eating a lot of good information this week. Okay, so continuing on with this interview, which does provide a lot more insight. So there was an enemy in the alpha demo known as the Crucible Wasp. Oh, it's on the PlayStation YouTube channel already? Okay, I'll bring it out. How much more do I have to go? God, there's a lot. I'll take a look at it after this. All right, so I'm just going to start speeding up through this, and we can go nerd out over that. So with the Crucible Wasps, I'm just going to summarize it. They were so high, players couldn't engage with it, right? And that was irritating, because no matter what you could do, you just couldn't hit it. You could be in midair, it sucked. And so, like, it was just like, all right, I guess I wait. And so sometimes I had that experience with, like, Yokotsu, where it's like, all right, it's flying. Like, what do you want me to do, bro? Like, I'm just going to wait, I guess. And, all right, like, I want to interact with it, but I'm having difficulty doing that. And so that was just, like, frustrating and kind of would take me out of the game. So, yeah. If I fuck up, if there's a fuck up in the game, I want it to feel like it's my fault and I can do something about it. And that's really why. I want to feel like I can do something about it rather than the game being out of my control. Hey, Golden Seed. Right? Like, yeah, like waiting games suck. It's like, oh, okay, I guess. I would want there to be an option for me to be able to do something pretty much at all times. And that the moments in which I have nothing I can do to be minimum to none. So some players hate it when bosses in Souls-like games use feints, delayed attacks. And then, you know, lately Team Ninja has done a lot of parry-based things with Stranger of Paradise and Wolong. There are times when the development uses those sort of delays in these kinds of action games. Delays can be used to teach players about the quirks of an enemy's actions. That's why I'm not completely against delays. Yeah, I'm fine with delayed attacks. That said, I don't think it's good when enemies track you after a delayed attack, causing it to hit you even though you avoided it. That would probably count as unreasonable for me. Interesting. Delayed attacks with weapons that don't seem particularly heavy will cause any sense of their weight to be lost as well. They'd simply be nasty. For example, a delayed attack with a heavy hammer seems like the right choice, both in terms of visuals and action gameplay. I do think there are delayed attacks that aren't unreasonable. Yeah. It's not... So here's the interesting thing. It's not particularly difficult to create an intentionally difficult game. But they don't need to be unreasonable, and their animations need to be convincing as well. What's important is that players think that they're the ones who messed up if an enemy defeats them. You can make a game that people can't beat if that's what you really want. But nobody would enjoy a game like that, and I doubt anybody would want to go back and keep playing it. Yeah, for anybody who has any doubt over this, please feel free to play Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge and fight the final boss. It's a difficult fight. There's a lot of shit happening. But is it fun? For me, even though I can beat it with whatever strategy that I have, it's not a boss fight I look forward to. I'm just like, I just want to be done with this shit. There is someone on the development team assigned to action who oversees boss creation. Like all of our people in charge, that person is on an emotional roller coaster. Seeing how people react to the game on message boards and social media. You guys, be nice to these people. Be nice. We're putting them on an emotional roller coaster, bro. So then this person then is being asked, do you think Takeda Shingen will be a wall? Basically saying like, we're probably not going to adjust it, but we'll just see based on data if the clear rate is too low. Basically, they don't want to nerf if they can avoid it. But if it's like, if some people can clear it and they're like, yeah, this is a reasonable difficulty they had with it, then they'll keep it. And then there's more details in this interview. I've kind of skimmed through it already, where they talk about like the style shift being a single button, with the R2 thing. But they did also say, we added it as an option because of people's familiarity from Nioh 2, as in customizing it. So that style shift wasn't just R2. If you want to stick with R2, right? Right. If you want to stick with R2, you can, but if you want to modify it, you can. And they talk about that a bit later. Right. Some people prefer the controls of the previous title. I know that was an expression. That was something expressed by many, many people as well. So our feedback directly impacted some of the things that, obviously had a direct impact. So they accommodated feedback based on what we said. They made changes based on what we said. This is great. Even with weapon swapping, they removed it because they thought it'd be too complex. But then players said, yes, we do. We want it. And so we're like, all right, we put it in. What's good, Poofer and chat? How are things looking? So far, looking great. Game is confirmed to going to be released February 6th of next year. So yeah, they put in weapon swapping. They added customizable controls because we asked for it. They listened to our feedback. And so it looks like they're sticking to samurai style, only starting off with one stance. Whatever, I'll deal with it. I can bitch and moan about it, but oh well. If someone doesn't want to unlock stances, fine. I'll deal with the progression shit. Now, one thing they wanted to make sure... So here's actually a very important paragraph in my opinion. I often compare it to the difference between a manual and automatic transmission in a car. Demanding that first-timers to the Nioh series immediately use all the various actions that have come together until now seemed like it could be too much. I agree. As this is the third game in the series, it does seem like many alpha demo players were Nioh veterans, and it became clear to us that they expected the feeling of manual control they experienced in the previous games. That's right. We'll be developing a button configuration feature as well as a setting for simplified controls thanks to these realizations we got from players. Yes, best of both worlds, both for newcomers and for people like myself. I would love that. So cool. And this next paragraph is basically Yasuda talking about how, like, almost like retconning that they've always secretly had the samurai ninja style always in the background, because Nioh refers to two people. In Nioh 1, William was the samurai, Hanzo was the ninja. In Nioh 2, the two Nioh gods were like, you know, Tokichiro and Hide, our character. And so now with Nioh 3, it's much more overt with samurai style and ninja style. I'm like, all right, bro, that's cool. So then he, of course, is like, yeah, this is what I planned. I planned this the whole time 10 years ago. Believe me, guys, basically. So pretty cool. And then, yeah. We really did learn a lot from all of the alpha demo players and your feedback. We looked at many kinds of feedback, whether from commentary videos or on social media. And we're drawing on your thoughts while working to improve the game. You'll be able to try out a new stage in the TGS demo, and we hope you can look forward to future updates about the game. There's been a bigger gap than before between the release of Nioh 3 and the previous game. In part because of that, our development is focused around challenging ourselves to add open fields in the ninja style. After taking a look at the reaction to the alpha demo, I feel like I know where we are now, and so does the team. We'll be working hard on the final adjustments to the game from here, and I hope everyone looks forward to their release. Are there any major criticisms from fans that have not been addressed yet? I think one of the biggest concerns I see is the whole weapon exclusivity. In general. So, like, for example, Tonfa being ninja style, how's that going to fare compared to what we're used to from Nioh 2? Or like, hey, I don't like that weapons are style exclusive. I wish weapons were equal for both, right? Like ninja style having an odachi, something like that. Or samurai style getting kusarigama and tonfa or something like that. So those are, I think, the biggest things. I am of the opinion that I'm fine with weapons being allocated like that. Not for real. It really reminded me of Smash Bros. Zelda transforms into Sheik. There you go. That's where we're going. And instead of mage style to ninja style, it's samurai ninja style. You heard it from Zakaruga Sentai Gaming that Team Ninja copied Zelda, okay? This is just a Zelda-like. This is not a Souls-like. This is a Zelda-like. Okay? You got your open worlds. You've got your shrine. You've got your big bad boss in the underworld. This is 100% Tears of the Kingdom ripoff. The only difference is your character can go from Zelda to Sheik. All right, there you go. They want to be Shogun. Zelda's a, Princess Zelda. This is it. All things considered, I really did enjoy Tears of the Kingdom, though. It was a lot of fun for me. Yeah, now Nintendo's gonna sue Team Ninja. Or maybe they'll merge and we'll have Team Nintendo. I don't know. Nioh, but you can build a doohickey with magnets and launch it at the yokai. Nah, it's GTA, but in Japan and without guns. Yeah, pretty much. I enjoy Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, so let's see. There's a new Nioh 3 trailer. Let's nerd out over it. I don't want to... No. Let's just... Hold on, let's find it. All right, so I got the launch date announcement trailer right here. Let's refresh it. That's a cool wallpaper. It's part of their cover art. That looks kind of neat. It's in the Discord server. All right. Like my cat videos. I watch a lot of cat videos. Okay, so yeah, I got the Nioh trailer. No Japanese trailer. Did you guys find one? You're looking for it, but can't find it. Well, cool. Here we go.
It is I who will be Shogun.
Kurematsu, why? You'll never understand what it means!
Fallen brother lost to darkness, so we got sibling rivalry going on? Oh shit, is that Fuku? So okay. So we got some crazy brother. Crazy brother, huh?
I who will be Shogun.
Kurematsu, why? You'll never understand what it means!
Fuku, no, a young shogun cast from his throne. Did Fuku get murked in the trailer? It might be the case. This is some of the voice acting of all time. I don't know. That's why I want the Japanese one.
I am Himiko. On my
Who's
honor as
this?
queen, I shall defeat Hiroko.
My timeless friend.
Wait. Is this Look, it's Yoshitsune, guys. Right here. We're hanging out with Yoshitsune again, somehow. We have this new character, some ancient queen. Looks like she's in the Crucible. Is that her guardian spirit or some shit? Yeah, so we got... I don't know what the hell this is, but some shit's happening. Ancient queen shrouded in mystery. We've got Yoshitsune right fucking here. He's got his flute. Himeko is an ancient Japanese queen. Okay, I have no idea who she is. We're gonna fight Yoshitsune again? That'd be so dope.
Friend, I trust you. Nothing will stop me.
The hero transformed into a yokai.
Shogun.
So long as this
So this is us, of course.
dark radiance exists, my fight
Look at that
will
Shingen.
continue.
Whoa, look at that. Look at that weapon. Looks fun. I have no idea what's happening. This is great. Sengoku era, AD 1572. Edo era, so Edo era, 1622. There's Hanzo. Hanzo once again doing Hanzo things. The Han era, 1190. Yeah, that's 3 time periods already. Wait, that was Yoshitsune. There he is in his glory. He's using the Sohayamaru as well? Yeah, that's Sohayamaru, alright. See if I can freeze frame. Oh, come on. I'm too slow. Okay, you can see the you can see the Sohayamaru though. Don't know what the hell this is. Press it to move frame by frame. Why am I on? I'm going by 5 seconds. You can use period and comma. Okay, hold on. Alright, let's see. That's not really working. Oh well, I don't need to freeze frame on that. Alright, whatever's going on here. The Yata mirror, one of the Japanese sacred treasures, along with the Yasakani Magatama and the Kusanagi sword. Oh, okay. Looks like, I don't know, is that our sibling? Cross through time, rewrite fate. Oh, we're doing time travel and shit.
To rule, one must prove them.
No idea who this is. Click on the timeline and drag upwards. Oh. Okay. Oh, whatever. I'm just fuck it.
To rule, one must prove them.
Whoever this is, I don't know, but
And might.
don't know who this is. What the hell? Yeah, flying boy over here. Some kick-ass sword.
The
Purify the crucible.
light of hope lies unseen at the end
Got some shit happening here.
of time. Go now!
You wish to become Shogun that badly. Badly. That badly.
Okay, interesting crucible looking boss. Some ice shit happening.
Maybe you don't want.
Wait, what move? Is that spinning
Maybe you
dragon?
don't want it
Yeah.
enough. What makes a shogun?
Okay, that was one of the newer enemies as well. Yeah. So one of the new enemies, you get to see Tonfa. What was the Tonfa
What
move?
makes a shogun any? Makes a shogun. What
That
makes
heavenly
a
chain?
shogun
Yeah.
anyway?
Got this crazy looking crucible thing in the ice level that they were talking about. This is the great Tengu boss that we saw in some kick-ass footage.
Superiority are what make us shoguns, and I have both.
Strength alone is not enough.
Oh, a lot of things they're showcasing here. Some interesting enemy, like I can't even fathom this shit.
This war.
Living artifact, fire. Hey, Shark Zoo. Slow playback speed. Yeah. Nioh 3. Is that it? Yeah, well, this is the most important information for people. February 6th, 2026. It's official. Yeah, that's a cool wallpaper. Screens taken are from an in-development build. Yeah, it looks fun. Pretty wild. Yeah, I like this cover too. I think it looks awesome. Yeah, I thought it was going to come out in March, but it's February 6th. This is official. And we have yet to see. This is not Tokyo Game Show stuff. We're going to get more information, I'm guessing. We'll find out. Cool. Yeah, there's a lot of like story-based stuff here. So it looks like sibling stuff. We got an evil twin brother or something. So kind of like Rise of the Ronin. And then we gotta fix the timeline. Meeting a bunch of historical figures. People like Yoshitsune, for example. Yeah, so it's like Ronin again. Yeah, we finally got a release date right here, official. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I couldn't get any like super gameplay related things beyond the time travel. like Spinning Dragon. You got to see Tonfa played. Living Artifact, but like I couldn't squeeze much out beyond that. I won't. Oh yeah, I won't mention the leaks directly, but it feels like they're going all in with the mythology this time. Yeah, I hope so too. Was Minamoto no Toshimitsu? No, there's no Toshimitsu.
My timeless.
There's no Toshimitsu. There's Yoshitsune though. See? Right here. Talking about Yoshitsune. I'm just grilling you on the names, dude. That's all. I know you're talking about Yoshitsune. Yes, he is here. He is here in the game with... Yeah, it's Yoshitsune. He's in the game. I knew what you meant, but I'm just fucking with you. There's Yoshito Shuminetsune. Yeah, exactly. Yo, I don't want to deal with Saito Toshimitsu, okay? So yes, he's in the game. It's gonna play a part in the story, I guess. We call him simply the bird. Somehow Toshimitsu returned. Yes, perfect. So yeah, it really does seem like they're really going very heavily into the mythology as well. This isn't so much like samurai type stuff, like from Nioh 1, for example. Cross through time, rewrite fate. So we're like doing time travel shit. We have this like, he looks like an Onmyo mage. This is gonna be like aerial version of Saito Toshimitsu, okay? We're fucked. He's just gonna cast Onmyo magic from the fucking air. Dude, you saw Great Tengu. Great Tengu did all sorts of aerial shit. We're done. We lost. It's already over. Okay. I think we will see familiar faces, but it also looks like we're getting a lot of new faces as well. So like this queen, for example, I've never seen her before. Who knows? Yeah, maybe we'll fight Hino Enma too. Okay, there you go. You get to refight Hino Enma. I don't know why people like Hino Enma, but I guess you get to fight her. I don't know. I'm just bullshitting. Big lack of Gaki in that trailer. Thank God. Maybe Team Ninja actually took some sense. Is now, you know, doing some proper things and you know, just like, hey, no Gakis. We heard the streamer Poofer Llama. We're gonna get rid of all the Gakis. Team Ninja, I'm proud of you. Nioh gotta be the only series where people want the same bosses again. He takes you through time, I believe. Yeah, it seems like that's the case. But yeah, we're going through at least 3 different time periods. And they said that if you take your time to explore everything, this is like the longest game in the series. So I'm like, okay, I'm curious. So Sengoku era, right? There's also the Edo era, as they pointed out. Right, Edo era right here. And then they also have the Heian era. So like 3 time periods at least we were covering. I'm pretty excited. Dude, wait, Pooper, think about it. That's what the plot is about? You're fixing the timeline by going back and erasing Gakis from existence? Please. That would be the most cathartic experience ever. Just delete all of them. All of them. Yes. The space era, Moon Samurai, Sun Ninjas. No, Argus, do not. No. No. To anyone at Team Ninja who is watching this, do not add any more Gakis. In fact, delete all of them. That is the only objectively correct thing to do. Delete all of them. Every single last fucking one of them. If you care about my sanity, please do that. I would sincerely appreciate it. And you bet I will promote your game for free. No Saito Gakumitsu boss fight. Stop. Where are the pre-orders? They haven't put them in yet. As far as I can tell. Maybe they will have them up. That'd be awesome. Okay. Longer usually doesn't mean a good sign. Maybe, maybe not. When it comes to Team Ninja, I got faith in them. So, I'm pretty cool with it. Guys, where's the Gaki entity data? Whoops, I think it's in the same place as the Ninja Gaiden 2 source code. Going back in time to commit Gaki genocide? I would approve of that. I would approve. I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. I'm down with that. Nioh 3 is the best game. I'm pretty sure the difficulties in Nioh 3 will be, oh my god. Gaki of the Samurai, Gaki of the Strong, and so on. This Team Ninja, this is why you need to get rid of this. Just get that out. Look at that waifu at 106. There's a screenshot of her in the Discord. What? Don't see anyone at 106. What you talking about? Oh, in the rapid fire montage? She's at 106 in IGN's version? Okay.
Both!
Strength alone is not enough.
Oh, I saw.
Nioh, strength and superiority are what make us shoguns, and I have both!
Strength alone is not enough.
Talking about her, right?
No.
This person. Who is that? Some yokai guardian spirit infused shit? I don't know what the hell this is. Gosh, that is one rapid fire montage. So this, yeah, you're talking about this, right? Who is this? Class shot 2, I would be happy. So like yokai horn, so some yokai enemy. Who the heck is this? Cool. Cool though. Let's watch. I'm gonna watch it in slow-mo without the sound. Shuten Doji's sister? You think so? Is that what she looks like? You bought a no idea who she is, just kidding. Okay, I have no fucking clue. You're just throwing shit out. I wouldn't know. Oh no, wait, what? Wait, hold on. Hold on. So wait, what's happening? Is this guy just like destroying everything? And he's fucking up the timeline and then we have to unfuck the timeline? So he killed whoever this person is. I can't tell who it is. And then no, it's our boy Hanzo. He killed Hanzo. What? What? Our antagonist killed Hanzo, man. Is there a Japanese voice acting version of his trailer? I'm looking for it. I've asked people to look for it. I haven't found it. This looks like a Tokugawa official. Yeah. Maybe Dosan? I don't know. I can't really tell. I don't think it's the Pit Viper robes. After having to farm for the top skill, I'm glad. No! They killed our boy Hanzo. Only we're supposed to be able to do that. Yeah, they made this guy creepy, I'll tell you that. Fallen brother lost to darkness. You killed Fuku! No! They killed Fuku too! Fuku's dead. Hanzo's dead. Whoever that other guy, I'm guessing it was Akechi Mitsuhide, is also dead. Yo! No! How could you? Hanzo forever in our hearts. So, okay, our brother fucked with the timeline. We're gonna get it back. We're gonna ally with Yoshitsune. William's kid is busy with his ancient iPad. The hero transformed into a yokai, okay. It's a lot easier to watch this in slow-mo. So what is going on here, really? So yeah, they had Yoshitsune put in here. Yeah, it's a pretty cool trailer, Woody. Damn, that weapon looks badass. These are pretty gorgeous cutscenes, I'm not even gonna lie. So your character from Nioh 2 turns evil? I don't think so. I don't know. I have no idea. This is a cool trailer and it looks very beautiful. There's Yoshitsune right there, and then apparently this is the Yatamir, right? So we have the Kusanagi Tsurugi, the Yatamir, and I'm guessing we'll get the Yasakani Magatama at some point. Did you miss something? Yes, you missed a lot. This is the Nioh 3 latest trailer. I don't know who this person is. Some kick-ass flying enemy, of course. Play it again? I am, just in slow motion right now. They seem to confirm that we're Imetsu Tokugawa. I wouldn't know much about the history. There's a lot. If it's got timey-wimey stuff, Soji Okita could be in the game. Exactly. What the hell are we purifying here? Looks cool. Pretty cool enemy, not gonna lie. Cool arena. Kusanagi Tsurugi is our guardian spirit. There's the ice. Man, that looks... I'm not gonna lie, that looks beautiful. And then there's that new enemy, Tonfa, Heavenly Chain. He made it look really... The art design looks cool. And then there's a great Tengu boss, who's super awesome. Yeah, we got Tokyo Game Show coming up pretty soon too. New enemy. A lot. This lightning Pikachu bitch got my heart, bro. I swear I need her. Y'all are thirsty. Cool. There's a lot. Yeah, Tokyo Game Show is less than 12 hours away, so we'll get more information. Did I see the mermaid enemy? Yeah, I did. In here. Like, I will say, graphically speaking, like, art design, like, is really cool looking. It's like it's very visually dazzling. Whereas Benkei, we're Benkei. We got style shift, we got 4 weapons, okay? We are the Benkei. Did you see the flying Gaki? No, I don't want to. No, we're going to delete it. Alright, look. Oh no, I hate you guys. You know why I hate you guys? Fuck you guys. This guy has red eyes. We have, dude. No, I'm not going down this path. No, I'm not going down this path. I'm not going down this path. 4 weapons, yes. Yes, so we can have 2 weapons per style. So at any moment in time, eventually through game progression, we can have 4 weapons eventually. No. We're not, no. None of this, no. This guy is not a Gaki, okay? I do not need any insinuation that this guy's a Gaki and that my character's a sibling, so therefore we're Gakis. If any of you, no, Team Ninja, that's not the case. This guy is just possessed by Kashin Koji, okay? He's not a Gaki, none of that shit. No Tokugaki! Stop! No! Stop! You mean 2 for Ninja and 2 for Samurai? Yes. No Gaki lineage! No! 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 No. Okay, chat. This is wrong. Who for that red eye guy is the big brother that killed your family? It's Itachi Uchiha. See, that makes more sense. This is all this is really is just Naruto and Boruto. Okay, that's it. This is just Naruto. Okay, yeah, that's better. Did you see Yoshitsune in the trailer? Maybe. I don't know. Does that look like Yoshitsune to you? You thought the PS5 and PC released simultaneously? They do. This is just the PS5 trailer. Yeah, there's Yoshitsune. Oh man, that's one really fast frame. Yeah, right there. Yoshitsune with the Sohei Amaru right here. Like, there you go. This is him. No Gaki crap. Okay, this is done. Yeah, this is like their cutscenes look really cool. Is there new info besides a release date? Story stuff, and that's it. Other than that, I haven't found any new information. Surely not many reused bosses. I think they're gonna keep that to a minimum. They didn't have any like reused bosses that I saw here. Takeda Shingen is new. Like, new enemies, all things considered. They had quite a lot. So yeah, there's a lot. I don't like. I think the only reused main boss is like, do we have Mezuki? We got Mezuki and Onryoki, but honestly, I'm with Witty. Like, bring everyone back. Like, yeah, like go ahead, just make it really like now with Nioh 3, every boss is gonna get like a direct upgrade in some way. At least I would hope so. I'm cool with that. It'd be fun. People yearn for Giant Centipede. I don't know about that. Yeah, I think Mezuki is great. I don't mind, like, for me personally speaking, I don't mind if Nioh reuses assets. They're literally going from They're literally going to yokai mythology. Like, it's the source material. Like, go ahead, reuse it. Right, and Mezuki and Ryoki weren't like main bosses, they're just like exist. They're just like casually out there. So like they're yokai. It's just how it goes. Ah yes, that's why Gyuki and Lady Osakabe again. Depends how they handle big bosses, but if they can have definitive, for me, if they reuse assets and then have definitive upgrades for them, great. Like they reuse Skeleton Warrior, right? To make him even more fucking terrifying. You know what's more terrifying than the spear summon skeleton? A spear skeleton. A spear skeleton who can throw his spear at you. 'Cause fuck you, that's why. Boofer, why don't you play Nioh 2 on PS5 and new walkthrough before release of 3? I'm considering it. But like I've already kind of done it. Yeah, I'm fine with Nioh 3 reusing things. Yeah, Spear Skeleton gets an upgrade. Alright. The big skeleton warriors were like they got an upgrade as well. It was pretty cool. Blood Edge Spear Skeleton? No, oh god, that'd be terrifying. Blood Edge Skeleton, yeah. Because Spear Skeletons need an even more of an upgrade. Would I replay Nioh 1? I don't know. I'm not that interested in that, to be honest. Even now when I play Nioh 2, it's you know, it's kind of run its course. So, honestly, like at this point I just kind of want to play Nioh 3. Like, I can do stuff in Nioh 2, and it's cool and all, but, like, I've done it a million times. Ninja Gaiden 4 will be the next thing I play. I've been enjoying more of Ninja Gaiden 3 just because I've been playing it with a fresh pair of eyes. Are there fists in Nioh 3? What I can confirm for certain is that there are talons for ninja style. And then I can speculate that fists will be for samurai style. But beyond that, I can't say much. I just don't know. Right. A lot of these, and I think Right Trousers, he makes a good point. A lot of these big bosses now, like, we can interact with them in a better way because we have platforming available to us. Like, you can jump on stuff. So that'll make it a little better. But who knows how they're going to implement this? Team Ninja obviously has a lot of experience now from all their different titles. So how that they're going to put that into this game is what we're going to have to see. I mean, Wolong was like, regardless of issues with Wolong, there was a lot of very interesting things they did in Wolong. And same with Rise of the Ronin. There's a lot of interesting things that they did in those games. Same with Stranger of Paradise. There's a lot of things that they have learned from that game that they seem to be applying into Nioh 3 while retaining the identity that's makes Nioh so special to all of us. I think that's great. So, yeah, it can be pretty hype. Maybe we can give William maybe we can give William a kiss in Nioh 3. I mean, you're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to. But yeah, we'll just have to find out how all of it's gonna go down. Read it? Read what? I mean, who knows what to expect, but what we can see from this trailer is There is a lot of stuff happening that I didn't anticipate. Like this whole like evil brother shit. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. I'm gonna turn this guy into an emote. Your command before? What was your command? Yeah, but most of your audience didn't see you play Nioh 1. What are you what are you talking about? Yeah, I read the kiss part. You go back in time and kiss William. I know. I mean, okay. Yeah, February release date. It'll be February 6th. A lot of interesting things. Legit, cross through time, rewrite fate. Alright, so we're doing time travel and shit. Nioh story keeps getting worse, rip. Did you see Marvel's Wolverine trailer though? No. Ah, no worries, man. Hey, it's last to load. What is up? Yeah, Kashin Koji used to give people red eyes like that. Who knows? We got Mizuki and Wolong. Who are we getting in Nioh 3? I mean, we're also getting Mizuki. Truth be told, Team Ninja can do whatever we want with this story. Go ahead. I just want to have fun. Is it just me, or is Nioh's story getting more complicated? I mean, so far it seems to be the case, yeah. I'm not, like, that big on story by Team Ninja, so if they do a good job, great. I just want to play the game. I'm more excited for the bosses, truth be told. But for people who enjoy the lore and whatnot, seems like this game's gonna be for them. And I will have to say, like, this trailer looks good, like visually very dazzling. I'm excited. A lot of these enemies, a lot of these things are gonna be pretty hype. Yeah, there's a lot of things in this trailer. A lot of things that are happening. Do you think they'll add a dating sim? I highly doubt it. Right, there's a lot to chew on, and maybe people who are more informed about their history, about the history, can make a comment on it. I do hope we get another demo. That would be great. That would be really cool, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, so we'll get more news tomorrow at Tokyo Game Show. So we're gonna get a lot of information. I sincerely hope we get information about a demo. I really hope we do. Don't know if that'll be the case, but I know they have a demo on the floor of Tokyo Game Show. Hopefully they give us that information for Nioh 3 beta. But yeah, like, that'd be awesome. Do I think there should be Nioh 3 collaborations with like Lies of P and Wolong? I mean, I don't know, to be honest. Season pass not confirmed, as in it won't exist. or there's no information about it. I mean, that's my question. No information. Okay. So with no information, I would just wait. They've just teased a release date. No pre-orders, nothing like that. Just a release date. So let's just wait. All we can do is wait and see. I got no information, so there's that. I only like to I'm not gonna just make baseless speculations. I want like some evidence. But based on historic trends, I would be surprised if they didn't include DLC. Ninja Gaiden 4, they're having DLC. I'm pretty confident they'll put some DLC for Nioh 3. I mean, I think all of us are. I think everyone who's a fan of Nioh 3 is on board with them adding more weapons. Like, no matter what. Okay? Like, no matter what. I don't think there's a single person who's going to be like, yeah, I know they added a lot in the base game, but we don't want any more. I'm sure some people will be like, please add more weapons and more content. Yes! Because the box edition or whatever does not have the season pass. Yeah, I know, but we don't have enough information. So I would just say wait. If they open up to pre-orders or if they announce plans for DLC, we'll find out. It's entirely possible that with Nioh 3, it's just going to be just the edition that we have, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, y'all. Okay, no Batman skins, no collab with Fortnite. We'll just keep Team Ninja, keep it safe from all that shit. Yeah, this is looking pretty. This is shaping up to be a lot cooler than I could have even imagined. You want that Pikachu chick? Why are you calling her Pikachu? Talking about her? Why is she Pikachu? Why is she Pikachu? I don't understand. This looks like a lightning boss. Okay. Any release date? Yes, officially February 6th. So yeah, when it comes to DLC, they're gonna wait. All right, Rasul, that comment is being ignored. No Fortnite. So yeah, we'll just wait and see if they have extra content. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is I want Nioh 3 to be a complete experience, and would hope not to have to wait for DLC. Here's what I would want. I wish what we get for Nioh 3, we just have everything pulled from Nioh 3 DLC and just put in the base game, just all at once. That would be nice. What if that's Izanami before she dies? I mean, And this turns into Lightning Gods of Yomi. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's most likely Ibaraki Doji. I guess I wouldn't know. But alright. Shuten Doji's mom. I don't know how, but okay. I know you don't, you're not a developer. Yeah, I don't know shit, dude. Okay. But yeah, so I think that's good for today. Unless there's anything else you guys want to discuss. So Neo Tanguchi's not an asshole. But yeah, okay, so we got a lot of good information. A lot of stuff that we talked about when it comes to Nioh 3. A lot of very solid information. We have full confirmation that Nioh 3 will be released on February 6th. This is official right here. And from what I gathered from the interviews that were discussed today, it seems very much so that the developers are very aware of like a lot of the concerns that players have. They take our feedback very seriously, and they're very mindful about like creating a game that they feel is true to their vision, which is that Nioh is an intense game, that things are difficult, and that no matter what changes that they have, they're meant to overall be upgrades over time. And yeah, I mean, look, the fact that they're aware of this is pretty awesome, and I certainly cannot wait to see more. So yeah, we'll find out more pretty soon at Tokyo Game Show. Who knows what details we'll get? My hope is that we can understandably get some sort of demo, since that's what everybody wants. And but we'll just have to wait and see. And there's a lot of details still in flux. A lot of the story details here were completely new to me, about like, oh, I guess you have like an evil brother or something, and there's very deliberate time travel happening. Who knows? I have no idea what the narrative's going to take and how this will impact the gameplay experience, but we will find out soon enough. But yeah, I think that's good for today. I don't think there's any other new information that we need to discuss right now. We'll find out more. So I think I'm going to dip out now. Thank you guys so much for watching, for being here for as long as you guys have been. And yeah, Nioh 3 is February 6th, 2026, and I can't wait to find out more. Take care, and I will see everybody later. Bye.